Welcome back to News 46. The Board of County Commissioners talked about improving Homestead Road at their last meeting.
When we did the initial part of Homestead from 160 to Gamebird, one of the biggest gripes of everybody was drainage. And at that time, Commissioner Boraski screamed and hollered about making sure there was a drainage ditch to provide the water to drain off. It didn't get put in. Now we're gonna take it and go from Gamebird to Mance. You have, in the project, it shows a drainage ditch. I wanna know how deep that drainage ditch is gonna be and where the water's gonna go to.
Past Gene, the Mesquite Grove across from the VFW. That's what we're looking at engineering at this point.
Well, right now, that's why we're having an engineer go out there and design it.
Yep.
To try and figure out where the peak flows are going to be, what the volumes are going to be, what the CFS is going to be coming across, and where it's going to report. And you're going to have several locations with the CFS. So when it comes together, you're going to have to send it somewhere. The original low spot is exactly where Dan was talking about. The Mesquite Grove, basically, by the VFW. That's where everything pretty much congregates today. That is actually the lowest point.
So. All right, I've got no more public comment. I don't see anybody else, so I'm going to close public comment. I got a motion and a second.
I'll reach her.
Okay.
And I'm going to call for the vote.
Aye.
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 5-0.
And the Board of County Commissioner meetings are proudly brought to you by Nevada Public Auction and Jewelry of Romance. A report from the Center for Health Statistics finds that 13% of children who were diagnosed with autism spectrum disorders lose their diagnosis after a later test. 1 in 68 children in the United States are believed to have an autism spectrum disorder, a 30% increase from earlier estimates. In 2012, it was believed 1 in 88 children were on the spectrum. The diagnosis reversals are important to note for scientists who have puzzled over why there is such a big increase in the number of cases. Researchers say some children who were given the autism label may in fact be struggling with other challenges, such as developmental delays or attention issues. Of the parents who were surveyed about the reversed diagnosis, about 74% thought the reversals were due to new information, meaning their child started to show developmentally appropriate social skills or language abilities, as opposed to the child being cured. The authors say some reversals may be due to the way children are screened. Having a non-specialist diagnose a child may be adding to the increase in numbers, so may an increased awareness about autism spectrum disorder. More research will be needed to determine if overdiagnosis has become more common, but the work does show that a child's diagnosis can sometimes change as the children get older and doctors learn more about the child. Let's join Courtney Salmon with Weekend Sports.
Weekend Sports is brought to you by Wolfenstein Construction. Flip Saunders, NBA coach for the Minnesota Timberwolves and Detroit Pistons, passed away on Sunday at the age of 60. Saunders was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma in August. Saunders began coaching the Timberwolves in 1996 and led them to 8 playoff appearances. The Pahrump Valley High School football team ended their season with a loss to Sierra Vista on Friday night. The Trojans fell to the number 4 ranked Sierra Vista 42-16. The PVHS volleyball team came away from the Longhorn Invitational with 2 wins and 2 losses. Today they play Cheyenne High School on the road, and they have their last home game of the regular season Wednesday against Faith Lutheran at 6 p.m. This Friday, the boys and girls cross-country teams travel to Boulder City to compete in the regional meet at Veterans Memorial Park. 16 teams will be competing to make it to the state championship meet. The Pahrump Valley High School girls soccer team edged out Sierra Vista on Friday, beating them 1-0. They have their last regular season home game tomorrow against Cheyenne starting at 3 p.m. Both Cheyenne and Sierra Vista are ranked higher in the Division 1A Sunset League standings. Pahrump is currently ranked 6th. The PVHS boys soccer team lost to Sierra Vista on Friday 4-1. They play Cheyenne on the road tomorrow, then host Faith Lutheran for their last game on Thursday at 3 p.m. The Major League Baseball World Series starts tomorrow, featuring the New York Mets and the Kansas City Royals. It starts at 5 p.m. on Fox. It will be the first time these two teams have faced each other in the World Series. It's also the first time the World Series has not hosted a team that has been around since 1903, when the first World Series was played. Sweet Pro's Long John wins the World Championship Bull title on Sunday in the final round of the Professional Bull Riders event. Rookie of the Year runner-up Cooper Davis became the 2015 PBR World Finals event winner, taking home $250,000. This was his first World Championship event. World champion JB Monty has earned over $6 million as of Sunday since competing in PBR. This has been Weekend Sports. I'm Courtney Salmon with News 46.
Thanks so much, Courtney. Mark Zuckerberg is making a big bet on a different sort of business. The Facebook founder and his wife Priscilla Chan are starting a school with a unique twist. It will offer healthcare services to all of its students from birth to graduation. The K-12 school, called the Primary School, will be a private nonprofit institution opening in August of 2016 in East Palo Alto, California. The school will be geared toward low-income students and attendance will be free. In some cases, the school will even accept students before they're born and offer prenatal support for their families. When we return, we'll have Noah Beacon here with your weather and some announcements.